welcome to the Greater Reno Tahoe Housing Update Market in Minutes for October 2019. Let's jump in. Okay, first off, looking at the median price, as you can see, we're generally up and modestly up across the different markets. You can see the range from a high of 11% in Fernley and a low of a minus 15% in Tahoe, which has quite a bit of variance. The Carson Valley at minus 1%. I thought I'd share with you what this looks like on a 6-month trailing average. So instead of looking at just the year-over-year growth change in price from September of 19 to September of 18, I went back and took the average of the rate of growth on a year-over-year basis for the last 6 months. And what that does is it gives you a better indicator of what's really going on in the market. For example, the Sparks market showing 10% year-over-year growth is a 1-month spike. The average for the last 6 months is 3%. And so by looking at this number, what you see is a truer or more accurate view of what's really happening in the market, where the price appreciation for Reno down through Carson Valley is in the 1 to 5% range. And as we've discussed in prior videos, Dayton and Fernley is in the 7 to 9% range, which is still a little bit higher because of the affordability factor in those two markets compared to the prior mentioned markets. Lake Tahoe up 7%. Again, very small sample size, so the lake is a little harder to accurately measure when we look at these numbers. Homes sold, here you see some pretty big numbers, 31% growth, 29% growth, 33% growth. This again is a little bit misleading on a month-by-month basis because 2018 sales volume was down quite a bit over 2017 sales volume. And so what we're doing is we're kind of picking back up from that down period, if you will, and it distorts these numbers a little bit. So the sales volume right now is probably, I would say, fairly stable, much like the median price. It is not growing at this level of rate because we're adjusting or compensating for some months last year where we were actually down quite a bit from 2017. Month supply of inventory for October. A little bit of change here. The key thing to look at here is that all of these markets, with the exception of Tahoe, are in the 2 to 3 months supply of inventory. So we're still under 4 months. They're creeping up. Sometimes they roll back just a little bit on a month-by-month basis. But generally speaking, we're still in a seller's market territory. So I kind of just took you through the numbers. You can see the median price is showing modest growth. There's nothing new there. The sales volume is comparable, as I said, and the month supply of inventory as mentioned. Other factors affecting our market, just to kind of keep some sense of why are the markets behaving the way they are. And I broke this down to have up arrows for factors that are driving market growth or price growth, and down bullets or arrows for things that are having a dampening effect, potentially, whether it be real or perceived on the market. So interest rates are still low. There's a lot of national news about interest rates going to zero and so forth. But low interest rates certainly supports more affordability, more buying power. So that tends to put pressure up on pricing and actually activity in the marketplace. Jobs growth continues to be strong in the region. You can see Reno and Carson City were at 6% and 3.7% growth in jobs over the last 6 months, while the U.S. on a national average is at 1.5%. So we're seeing tremendous growth in jobs in the region relative to the nation, and that puts upward pressure on pricing. As mentioned in some prior videos, the Metro California markets have slowed ahead of us. And so that will elongate and slow the flow of equity through home sales of people who are relocating to Nevada from California. That has probably maybe not a hard red down, but definitely it's a dampening effect in the market. There's a lot of national media that is talking about a looming recession, or the R word. That creates some uncertainty for people, whether it happens or doesn't happen. It's just the discussion of it, the reading about it creates some uncertainty, which will have a downward pressure on pricing. We are 1 month away from probably being in full swing on the 2020 election cycle. That will create uncertainty again, which probably will tend to have a more of a stabilizing effect and a downward pressure on the housing market, just because of the uncertainty that may bring with it, or likely will bring with it. And then, of course, affordability is a key thing. The prices have gone up to the point that affordability is a challenge for many people in our region. That's why you see Fernley and Dayton having a stronger market compared to Reno, Sparks, Carson, and Carson Valley, because it's more affordable. So those are factors to consider and to track as we go forward here in the coming months. Okay, all of this information, all these reports are coming from a report that we publish. You can get to it from the link below on this YouTube video. It's called the Greater Reno Tahoe Real Estate Report. Feel free to click on that link, and there's, I think it's about 28 pages on the report of charts and tables that give you a month-by-month view of all these numbers. Again, my name is Mitch Argon. I'm the broker owner at Calneva Realty. If you have any questions, please reach out to me or to any of our agents who may be helping you. We have offices in Reno, Midtown, and the Carson Valley in Minden. Thank you, and have a great day.